Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Fossil Island Only Ultimate Ironman. Still recording on my phone, the mic hasn't arrived yet, but it's due to arrive tomorrow, so the audio quality should go up a good bit. Lots to get through today, so let's jump right into it. So at the end of the last episode, we got the iron pickaxe drop, which unlocks mining. So we're going to make our way over to the mine, start working on 50 mining. I noticed this guy Twitchy standing beside the mine, and if you talk to him, his whole dialogue's about not interfering with birds, not trapping them, not giving them seeds. It's hilarious compared to what this account's supposed to be doing. Anyway, back to the mining. Not really a big fan of the mining skills, so I'm going to break this grind up. I'll be trying to get 1 or 2 levels every video, so we'll hit level 50 after a couple of videos. Coming in with 32 mining. I managed to get 31 from Dig Site Quest, which is a requirement for Fossil Island, so we've already got a bit of a head start on level 50, but we've got 18 levels to go. Sorry about that flickering on the screen. I thought it was from the rendering in the last video, but it must be from the recorder because I can still see it in the saved copies, so it actually happened before the rendering. I'll find out what's causing that and get it fixed for the next episode. In the back we just got 33 mining and 13 hunter. First main hunter goal is to get 34 to allow us to use a teak birdhouse. We've also got a few other requirements before we can do that. We need some crafting levels as well as the farming levels and the seed drop from the bird's nest before we can get that going, but that'll boost the hunter XP and make everything a lot faster. Having these 3 farming patches right beside each other is really useful in the count. It means we can get 36 farming XP every 10 minutes. It means getting the 23 farming we need for seaweeds won't take long at all. Just doing some research on Google and seeing what all we have access in this island. There's quite a lot of content. We've got some underground agility, fishing, hunter, as well as all the crabs, deranged archaeologist, the wood cutting in the swamp. It's one of the best wood cutting methods in the game. It also gives a load of fossils which will allow us to boost the Slayer. But also seen on Google that if you complete the Fossil Island camp, you can talk to this boy Peter, you'll see on the screen at the back here, and it gives you 5 small fossils. It's a really good start to the account. It also will give us a 1000 XP lamp once we bring it into Vrock Museum. I didn't actually say in the exceptions that I'm allowed to travel to Vrock, but one of the main goals in the account is to complete all of the Vrock Museum cabinets. This gives me 120,000 XP to spend on any skills I want. I'll be using the majority of it in Slayer, as eventually I want to boost to 65. I'll need over 100 genie lamps from, I think the 120k XP will get me to 54, and then I'll have 12 levels to get to 66. So yeah, it's going to take a while, but we will get there. If any of you have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see in the video, just let me know in the comments below. The layout will change a lot when the mic arrives because then I'll be able to do live commentary instead of talking over clips, but I'm open to anything else you suggest. Coming in with 9 strength, and also here we get our first numulite drop. We need 200 numulite each go to protect our seaweeds underwater once we get 23 farming, so we need to build up quite a lot of that, but it'll be really useful. Another quick raking run that gets us up to 3 farming. These levels are coming so much faster than expected. I was thinking 1 to 23 farming was going to take weeks. At this rate it'll probably only take maybe 3 or 4 days. While I was running over to make this birdhouse, I seen a young impling just flash by on the side of the screen. I didn't catch it on the recording, but I think they've added implings to Fossil Island. There it is. Just found this in Google. On the 18th of January, they updated Fossil Island. They made many big changes. They changed the way that the birdhouses work so that you get much less bird nests. This was because the price of bird nests were crashing on GE, but this tiny little text here at the bottom, implings can now be found on Fossil Island. This is massive on the account because it's not just young implings, it's not just a single spawn, it's all implings, including lucky implings, which means I can actually get clue scroll items on the account, as well as having access to the dragon implings, all the other implings. There's so much loot on all those drop tables. I'm going to have to make a full video just explaining everything, but this unlocks so much on the account. We will have to catch all the implings bare-handed, which means we will need very, very high hunter, but even before seeing that impling, that was the goal in the account, to get it up to 80 plus anyway for herb blowers, so yeah, it's just going to be perfect. In the background we're starting a massive wood cutting and fletching grind. We need 41 fletching. This unlocks pearl bolt tips, but because you're killing loads and loads of crabs to get the melee up, I'll be able to craft all the oysters they drop into pearl tips. Well, the oysters that have pearls in them. Oh, that's a bit confusing. But yeah, I can turn the oysters into fletching XP. And now that we have access to the impling drop table, we actually have access to magic logs and a bowstring. So if we manage to get our fletching up really high, it'll take months because we have no other access to any fletchable trees. There's no willows, no maples, no oaks even. It's actually just normal trees. But if we can get up high enough, we can actually make a magic short bow, and from the maze random we can get arrows, so we have access to range, which will help so much later on with the ranged archaeologist. Just for 41 fletching I need to chop thousands of these regular logs, so I'm just going to play some of the clips in the background and play some music over them. Enjoy the grind. Whoa, 3 implings in one spot. Wasn't expecting that. Gonna have to make a map of Fossil Island and see where these are spawning. It'll be really useful later on. It's no good at the moment with such low hunter, but eventually I'll need to find where all the spawns are, so I want to start mapping every time I see an impling and then working out exactly where they're spawning. Just hit 35 wood cutting with regular logs. This is actually a big milestone as teaks are very important for the account. I'll be using them for better tier birdhouses and also for fire making and wood cutting later on. Gonna end this one here. This episode's been class. I'm so excited that we found Blings on the island. Locks so much later on. Here's the little map I was talking about. I'm going to mark every time I see an impling, and eventually once we've spotted enough we'll be able to work out where they're spawning and then just hop around worlds in that location, and we should be able to catch quite a few implings per hour. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks very much. I know the quality's not the best yet, but it's definitely improving with every episode. Hopefully in the next few it'll just get better and better.